Alright, welcome to www.africanpianolessons.com. It's our pleasure to show you guys how to play African piano music and also how it kind of like intercalates within the other music styles we have presently. So today I'll be giving the first lesson on the basic foundation. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to learn African piano or learn other styles as well. The piano has pretty much the same basics, and I think this will probably be the most important lesson, because once you understand the basics very well, then it's very easy to build up other styles of playing on this. So it's not just about African piano or jazz or R&B. The basic lesson is very important. So we just progress. So the piano, well, I have a keyboard here with me, which obviously is due to modern technology and stuff like that. But whether it's a piano or a keyboard, they have the same structure, and you see, series of white and black keys on most of them. Sometimes you see the old traditional ones. This black keys could be brown keys, but for most keyboards or piano, you probably come across they'll have series of white and black keys. So the keyboard, like I said earlier, is a combination of white and black keys, and they have different names, which I'll go into the details now. So African, the piano alphabet starts from A to G. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I repeat again, start from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And on the piano, we'll come back to the note recognition. So although one would expect that the A should probably start from the lowest note, but it's slightly different in this case. So we have something called the middle C. So if you look at the keyboard, the central part of this keyboard in this case, is around this region in a way. And the way to recognize the C is if you see this group of two notes. So the note preceding this group of two notes is usually C. So that's our middle C. And if you walk backwards, then this is B and this is A. So if we'll go upward on the piano, so this will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and back to A. B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. So the other note to bear in mind is note F. So the best way to recognize this note F is when you see this group of three black keys as well. So the note preceding this group of three black keys is F. So for C is the note preceding these two black keys. So that's C. For F is the note preceding group of three black keys. So you have F. So this is C and this is F. So C, D, E, F, G, then back to A, B, C. So there's something called octaves. How do you recognize octaves? The way most people describe it is a group of two, a set of 2 and 3 black keys. So when you have these two, so that's one cell of like 2 black keys, another cell of 3 black keys, one cell of 2 black keys, another cell of 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2, 3, 2, 3. So when you group a cell of 2 and 3 black keys together, so this is 1 octave, this is 2 octave, this is the 3rd one, this is the 4th one, and this is the 5th one. So when you walk into a musical shop, and you're trying to buy a keyboard or a piano, what people ask a lot of times is, okay, how many octaves do you want to buy? Then people can tell you 7 octaves piano or 8 octaves piano, and this explains. So once if you have 7 octaves piano, then it will be obviously larger than this, or 8 octaves piano. So with most grand pianos, series of octaves. For most keyboards nowadays, it's usually like within 5 octaves, which I feel is still okay to learn and also play in a very professional way. So just to recap, we have C, which is the note preceding itself, two black keys. We have F, which is the note preceding itself, three black keys. So it just goes in this way, and F is the note preceding itself, three black keys. So the first fingering exercise, just to familiarize yourself with the piano, is if you put your thumb on this C, which is the middle C. So if we pick up another C, for example, this another C, this another C, this one C, this one C, this one C. So naturally, we can see that the middle C falls on this particular note, which is why, although it's centrally placed, but also if you look at the other C's on this keyboard, you can see the middle C is this particular one. So if you have your thumb on the middle C and you have your first finger, so you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can set the metronome. If your keyboard has a metronome, you can set the metronome to keep it playing 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can go lower. Say something like, or let's say if we pick 60. Excellent. So if you can practice that sequence, just for you to familiarize yourself with the keyboard, and also the same thing apply for key F as well. So you can just play the first two fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next thing is called sharps or flats. So we have sharps and flats. So naturally, I'm sure you must have been wondering, like we said, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, which we have explained, G, then back to A, B, C. So the next question is, how do you then name these black keys? So to name these black keys, normally a sharp is usually to the right of any key, while the flat is usually to the left of any key. So I'll explain. So if you have C, so this black key will be C sharp, and since this is C D or D flat, so it can be C sharp or D flat. So for D, we have this can be D sharp or E flat. Same thing. So this is F, so this note will be F sharp, since we have F G, or G flat. Same thing, this will be G sharp or A flat. This will be A sharp or B flat. So all together, C sharp, D sharp or E flat, F sharp or G flat, G sharp or A flat, A sharp or B flat. Excellent. So the last thing we'll talk about in this lesson is the major scale. The major scale is very important, or the tonic software, because that actually builds the foundation for learning any music. So maybe growing up, for older guys or younger guys as well that are trying to learn music in school, you must have had people saying Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And so if you pick a key, which I'll pick C for now because it's usually like the simplest key to start with, and you just go upwards. So from C, just using one finger, you can, that's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And again, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So how do you recognize, or how can you get the tonic sulfur of any particular key? There's usually a formula, and I've seen different people refer to it different ways online or in different music textbook. But the way I like to think about it is called tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Alternatively, you can call it all, half, all, half. So I mean, if you go from this key to the next immediate key, which in this case this C, is going to C sharp. So from this to this key, this is called half step or semitone. And if you're going from this note to this as well, that's half step or semitone. But if you have half step plus half step, that's one full note. So if you have this your starting note, and we're thinking about the formula, so this will be all, half, all, half, or tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, or tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So if you apply that to, let's say we pick F in this case, so this will be half, half, so that's full note. So that's our starting note. So tone, or tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Or you can call it all, half, all, half. All, half, all, half. So if you're back to the key of C major, so the best way to think about it, if you just pick your finger, just one of your fingers, and just run from one C to another C, just go upward and backward. 1, 2. So finally, I will expose you guys to the concept of fingering. So in piano or in keyboard, if you have your 5 fingers, we refer to the thumb as 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing goes for the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to play the C major scale very well, the formula most people use is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Then you cross your thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So finally, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to round up, if you can practice these two exercises, the first one is where you just play your thumb and the left one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you do the same thing starting on F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you remember this is C, this is F, the sharps and the flats together, and finally the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 1,